The Aristocrats was a collaboration between Nick Kane, Roger Fojas, and Chris Komashko.
For example, the Aristocrats is basically me and Roger. We are two aristocratic gentlemen, and we have adventures. Our backstory is that we used to be filthy rich, but we lost all of our money.
It's all kinds of money. It's really horrible.
And now we're sadly poor, and we do hilarious poor things, but with a rich air.
It's like being, like we were once in this like really wealthy place, and all of a sudden that wealthy place turns into a place like this horrible, burnt out place. We're like the Monopoly guys, and all of a sudden we're here to try to make the best of what we can in this world. And that's what the Aristocrats is. So here we are, the Aristocrats. Going to talk to Nick about his background. So Nick.
Well, I first got the idea of doing silent film by being an extra background artist in the movie The Artist. It's been a long time since we've seen silent film, and
So who were you in The Artist?
Me and The Artist is the photographer that takes a picture of the main actor and the main lady in the film, and
you were the paparazzi guy.
I was a paparazzi guy. And I like the exaggerated acting that took place back in the silent eras, and I was like, wow, we don't have that super expressive, exaggerated acting anymore. We should bring it back.
So Nick Kane, your background, you are a clown. How did you get involved in clowning?
I got involved in clowning by doing street performance and then by doing kids clowning. My background in street performing affects my ability to interact with other people, and my background in kids clowning helps me be overly at the top exaggerated.
So, my background, I was originally a dancer, a performer, quirky dancer, and then I became involved in the circus arts through groups like Dream Circus Theater, and then eventually into Lucent Dossier. I didn't realize I was a clown until I was touring with the band Panic at the Disco through Lucent Dossier, and the kids after the show would say, I was deathly afraid of clowns until I met you and you're so cool, and that's when I realized I was a clown. And from those times I really embraced clowning and really explored that, and have performed for groups like Lucent Dossier, like the Wandering Marionettes, through like Your Town Follies, and a whole bunch of various troupes out there, and it's been a really enjoyable experience to really explore theater and humor in so many different ways, and got involved in performing with Nick here, who is recording this very, very, very thing, by seeing him and realizing that he does a lot of the exact same styles of things in his own way, and realizing that we have this really strong, humorous, silly bond together, and wanted to really create something together with him. And we started doing things through things like bringing him into the troupes that I'm involved with, as well as creating groups like the Scavengers, which is another video troupe that I did, and then eventually connected with Chris Komashko, who wanted to create a silent film project, and from that we created the Aristocrats, and that was how we got into this silent film.
I've performed with a lot of different groups on the Fringe. Roger's brought me into Lucent a few times. I've performed with the Wandering Marionettes. I've performed busking all over Europe in many different cities. My performance mostly involves making a stage for myself, usually in the form of video or street performance or being hired for parties and events. I pretty much don't have an audience, you know, that I go, please can I perform for you? I just perform and draw an audience, which is one of the best ways of doing it, I think.
And now you're an aristocrat.
Now I'm an aristocrat.
So we're kind of like the Charlie Chaplin,
Yeah.
the Buster Keaton.
Basically, the creative trio team that composes the Aristocrats is Chris Komashko, Roger Fojas, and me, Nick Kane. Part of the inspiration that came from the Aristocrats were the fact that we don't have the type of humor that's in the old silent films anymore.
Yeah, so we decided to create our own. Yes. So while we were creating it, it was really fun to create something similar to, like, especially with the success of things like The Artist, and people really vibed off of our first episode that we created.
We draw on old-fashioned styles like vaudeville, silent film, all the old types of comedy slapstick that we haven't seen in such a long time.
Yeah, so it's been really a fun process. So what we wanted to do is, when we did the first film, it got so much of a great response that me, Chris, and Nick had decided to create the idea of doing it a monthly series, a monthly web series, The Aristocrats, featuring Nick and Roger, and bringing in our friends who are also amazing characters. We have a lot of friends who are into vaudeville or into clowning, and and so each episode, we're going to bring in new characters within the scenes. Obviously, Nick and Roger will always be there for you.
And we're also looking for your ideas too. So feel free to subscribe, comment on any of the videos that you see, and especially if you have any ideas of things that you've never seen in silent films but you've always thought belonged, let us know and maybe we'll create it.
Yes. Except we won't speak in these videos because it's a silent film.
That's right.